You guys are crazy. All right. With that note, we're kicking things off with another episode of the Performance Matters podcast. First off, I want to make it very clear. There are two types of people in this world. There are subscribers and there's non-subscribers. So you might as well join the cool kids. Like, follow, share, subscribe to whatever your platform of choice might be. Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Just let us keep doing the weekly rants, raves, and revelations that always pop up on your platform of choice. Second thing, episodes brought to us by Iron Performance Center, Niagara's premier strength conditioning facility right here, located in the northeast end of St. Catharines. And big shout out to Pete Method Photography, the premier sportsographer in the Niagara region. He can be reached at www.petemethodphotography.com. it's a mouthful.
Great job.
Well, we're very fortunate to have in studio with us Charlotte Ross from the Brock Badgers women's volleyball team and Gaby Buffong from Keyano College Huskies volleyball team. So a little bit of the East meets West. We're chopping up on the show. So first off, big welcome to them. So we'll kick things off with something easy. What surprised you most when you got into college volleyball? Gaby, we'll start with you first.
I think what surprised me the most was having to figure out, I guess, maybe the balance between like athletics and academics. Because I think that I thought I was going to be able to just be a volleyball player and get by with what I knew from high school. But I think obviously post-secondary is very different. The environment as a whole is very different, but also you're having to balance a lot more schoolwork, and the workload of that is a lot bigger compared to high school. So I think that I was surprised that I had to figure out how to balance that. I think first year is really hard for me, but actually maybe first year was really hard for me. And then once I got my bearings and it wasn't such a shock anymore, I think it was a lot easier, but it was definitely shocking. Like I was not expecting to be able to balance it like I can
move away
now,
from
but
home,
exactly,
new province,
it's a lot. Yeah,
different culture, environment, all
everything's completely different. Yeah,
the West is a little different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Charlotte, what about you?
I would say like how much is on myself. Like, yes, it's like a team sport and we do a lot of like our lifts, our practices are all together, but like the school aspect, that's all on me, my nutrition, my recovery. And like without those that are like off court stuff, you can't perform on the court. So it's like there's a lot more pressure put on like what I do when I'm not with everyone else, which like was a change from club. Because like when you're with club, it's just like you go to practice, you go to your tournaments, you obviously put in work and like you work out, but it's different expectations with like university.
Now. Yeah, it's a job now.
Yeah, there's just like a lot more expectations.
There's standards and reasonably so.
Yeah.
So what do you think that college athletes do that really is kind of wrong?
That's a good question.
I'm really good at asking very good questions.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just throw a little, a little zhuzh.
Yeah.
Something
that they do wrong, like as an athlete or just like as a person?
Let's say maybe when they're coming into the varsity realm, coming out of club and they're going to university.
Something I did that I'm like thought like now think that is wrong and like I try to get out of that habit is like comparing myself to other athletes, especially coming in as a first year. You're just like, now you look in grade 12 and you're like recruited, you like look up to all these like university athletes, but now you're one of them. And once you're on the team, it doesn't matter what year you are, really, you're like all the same. So it's like trying not to compare your journey to like a fourth year, like in your same position or like someone else. Like that, like comparison is the thief of joy.
Damn.
Wow, that's deep.
That's deep.
That's really hard. Yeah.
That's deep.
I swear.
Yeah, we fucking swear all the time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we all swear all the time.
I was like,
listen at your own risk. Don't worry. We select what's that thing we upload things that you do? Like, is it for children? Is it for children's? Like, we always say no.
18 plus.
18 plus.
Oh yeah.
Because a swear word, I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to listen to it, you can just swipe up or down or left to right, center, click play, pause. I don't really care. But yeah.
As long as you smash that like button.
Turn up post.
Make sure you goddamn like us, damn it. Just like us already and subscribe and then please share with your friends. Okay, we'll change. What do you think the biggest difference between club volleyball, like from the high school realm, and then going into university? What's like the main difference if you had to pick one thing? Gaby, we'll start with you.
I think the biggest thing that I noticed was, I think, the level of competitiveness. For me, my club career wasn't anywhere near as competitive as my post-secondary career has been. And I think that I have kind of became a lot more of a competitive person now that I'm out of club and then I'm in the post-secondary realm, but I think it's very hard not to, I think, take wins and losses and personal team development personally almost, because it's almost like we've talked about this before. That's
Yeah.
kind of like your job.
Mhm.
Being an athlete, being successful in your sport and in your role on your team. I think that club volleyball was more like, we're young, we're having fun, this is giving us something to do after school. Obviously I was still serious about it, but I don't think that I really understood how serious volleyball actually is to me. And I think becoming an adult in the sport, it has become a lot more serious, kind of like, as I said, like my job almost.
Was there like a moment that said, "Oh, like I can actually take this further"?
I think even Charlotte was saying, like, putting things onto yourself and like having to um like take care of your own personal, like what's going on inside of your head and like not comparing yourself to other people. I think that once I realized that I would be able to not compare myself to other people and be competing against myself and um push myself further than I thought that I was able to go. I think once I realized that I was actually like making strides in how much better I felt I was getting at the game, I realized like, wow, the more effort that I put in is a direct reflection of what I'm going to get out of it. And I think obviously like that's spoken about so often, but I don't know if I fully realized it all the way until I was in the situation and I saw it reflecting in my own life that like, wow, I'm actually seeing so like big of a difference in my skill and my even just like the way that my brain is wired and like my responsibilities of life. I feel like I take things a lot more seriously.
Yeah.
Now.
What about you?
I don't know.
I would say like the question was the
Yeah,
difference between
the difference.
club.
Yeah, big difference.
I would
Yeah,
say
sorry, I rambled.
no.
My turn.
Yeah. No, you did good. I would say the difference, like the biggest for me, is like the prep, meaning like like game days, like there's so much prep leading into it, like what we know about who we're playing. Like I know all their tendencies, like where, like what I should be blocking, like what works against them, what scores against them, and that's like done by our coaching staff and it's given to us to study. And that's like a big difference. I was like, wow, this game, like it unlocks a whole, it's like more like tactical
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
than just
tactical.
like, it's like more
Yeah.
tactical, I'd say. And yeah, like just how we prepare weeks leading to whoever we're playing that weekend. It's like when you're playing on the weekend, it's just like less pressure because we've done all the hard stuff, so then we just get to play. But I'd say like the prep
Yeah,
work
it's
for
different.
games.
That's really good. Yeah,
Do you
I
think
agree.
what do you think's missing then in like club development that leads to varsity? Because we've had conversations before with many athletes, different clubs, different experience levels. Ooh,
I have a good one, I think.
please, hit me with it. Because again, this is a conversation
She's ready.
that we've been having this
Got, like,
conversation
fired in my head.
from different people, different clubs, and we're always okay. Well, where's like the gap missing? Because some clubs
Yeah.
produce a lot more post-secondary athletes than others, so
Yeah.
you start to wonder like, what is it? Say talent aside, because usually some clubs recruit really good talent. They have an all-star roster. You can't negotiate with that. But in general, what do you think?
I think even building off of what Charlotte just said, the prep and even like the taking care of your body as a whole after playing, I think like post-secondary, obviously like our bodies are getting older, aren't able to like withstand. We're still young, obviously, but
You're
like
still, yeah.
I know for
You're
sure,
talking
like,
like you're 45.
I know,
You're
like
talking like
whatever,
45.
yeah,
Still
back's hurting, like whatever. But I think like as we've gotten older, it definitely like I know that my body isn't as like I don't know what the word is. Like it can't bounce back maybe as easily as it could when I was like obviously like 14, 15 years old. Like I'm built differently than I was then. But I think we're very well taken care of, as in we have like an athletic therapist, we have like ice after practice or whatever we need to make sure that our bodies are taken care of in that way. And I think that for me personally, like if I had taken that more seriously in club volleyball, I think that that would have maybe like made a difference in certain things that I have going on in my body now. And obviously there's no way to like know that or predict that, but I think it should be enforced more seriously that once you're starting to be an athlete, especially like with strength training and like how many practices you have in a day, you're going from your school practice to your club practice to your lift or whatever you have to do in that week. Obviously young bodies are a lot like
Say malleable.
malleable. That was yes,
Word of the day.
malleable. That's
Word of the
good.
day.
Yes. Younger bodies are a lot more malleable, but it's still a lot to be putting yourself through day and day and day and day after day. So I think that might be something that I've noticed has like been different between the two.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. It's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're trying to fill the gap. Like, what is like what is club volleyball missing? What do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's like the structure's different. So it's hard to compare. Like you're comparing, yes, it's the same sport, but in club, it's like you don't play once a month. You go and play like, I don't know how many games, I forget, like 6 games in a day, and then go wake up at like 6 a.m. the next morning and do it all again. Whereas university, it's like you prep all week, you get 2 games, 1 game a night. So that's like the only thing, and it's kind of like hard to change that because you can't make it like a weekly game schedule for club. But kind of like Gabby's, I'd say like education. I think that like my club coach was like great at like leading me in the right direction and being like, this is what you're gonna get like a taste of in the future. But like there was so much that was unknown to me about like what can like elevate me as an athlete. And so I'd say education, because then it's just like what you do with that education, you do with it what you will. Like if you choose to go and like make yourself a better athlete with what you've learned, then you do. But if you don't, then like you don't want to.
Yeah.
Too bad, so sad.
Yeah, it's always the sucks to be you. Made your bed, fucking lay in it.
Yeah.
I remember we were having a conversation because I think the conversation came up. I was like, well, do we start kind of preparing these young athletes earlier? And what I mean by that is some athletes will start to think post-secondary if it's an option, probably like when they're grade 11, maybe grade 12. But what if you started like saying, hey, we're going to have those conversations at grade 9, grade 10? And the argument's going to be like, well, if you essentially cultivate the environment at 15U and say, hey, if you're on this A team or whatever the high performance team is, we're going to prepare you as if you're going to post-secondary. Not saying you're going to make it, but if we kind of instill like those habits now and be like, hey, you're going to used to how we train with intent. We're going to practice a certain way. We're going to do film together. It might seem like overbearing. You might lose a bunch. The whole point is like, you're not going to have every athlete go post-secondary. It's not anyone's cards, but there's nothing wrong. Well, the argument's going to be there, but it's like, is the collateral from acting as if they're all going, you know what I mean? Then you kind of like create the ecosystem, because then you start to wonder, like, people club hop all the time. So why do they club hop? Like, what is missing? Like, why do people feel like the grass is greener?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like the question.
Yeah.
Wait, you're asking like, why do people club hop?
Yeah, that's fair. Right? Let's do that.
Okay. Because I guess we both club hop.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Well, guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty. Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you want to start?
I would say like mine was why I chose to switch clubs. I don't know if this answers what you were asking, but was for the coach. Like Matt Schnarr was my like end of year, like I played with him under him for 2 years. And he just like gave me exactly what like I kind of just talked about, like a taste of what like I'm gonna see in the future. He's a bit more serious about like he saw something in me that like I didn't think I could do. Like he gave me the idea of playing post-secondary and like playing at a high level and like pushing my ceiling, seeing where I could go with what I have, which I didn't like really think about before. I was just like,
yeah. So before grade 11, you really think about it.
Yeah, like because like grade 10, I was switched into him in grade 11. So before grade 11, like, and that's when I felt like, oh shit, I'm kind of behind, like all these, and that's where the comparison thing comes ahead, where like everyone's journey is different. Like I wouldn't change it for the world where I am, but I felt like, oh, I'm kind of behind with what everyone else is doing.
That kind of proves the point, I guess, eh?
Yeah, it's like I switched.
For sure,
like I switched, and then I was like, this is a whole different world. There's so much more talk about university. Like I'm not shading anyone or anything, but
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just like, or it fit best with what me, like what he was saying translated into my head.
Your
better.
personal
like
goals,
lined up.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I mean, I think it's no different than at the university level, right? Like if your
Mhm.
goal is to go pro,
Mhm.
then
Exactly.
post-secondary is a stepping stone to get to pro. You know
100%.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think that's the whole point. You have this, North Star, and everything else is just kind of dictating that path towards it,
Mhm.
Mhm.
regardless of the outcome itself. It's more just like, I think if you have that vision, like, okay, like my goal for me is I want to break the pro roster.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Reverse engineer. And like, okay, great. Then I have to do all these things.
Mhm.
Act as if you're going pro.
Yeah.
And then I guess you'll be less surprised
Yeah.
when you get there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if
100%.
nothing
You're
else,
prepared.
If it's an expectation.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think that's a fair point. Like it's
Yeah.
going to be, that's your end goal. So
Mhm.
everything, your whole ecosystem just caters around it. You're going to act, train, conduct yourself accordingly as if you're a pro player,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And you
Mhm.
might win a few
Yeah.
university championships or big games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how do you separate your identities from volleyball?
That's a really big one. A
OMG.
really big one,
Click it.
actually.
Clock
Clock
it.
that, Matrixx.
Click it.
Seriously.
Click
Click
it.
that.
Clicking and clocking it. Click clack.
Serious.
Yeah.
Do you want to start or do you want me to?
You looked excited.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
so
The
I
facial
think,
expression, eh?
Yeah.
so a big thing for me when I got to Fort Mac, I was like, okay, I'm turning a new leaf of I realized how competitive and how serious I actually was about volleyball. And I think I unfortunately did make volleyball kind of a really, really big piece of my identity.
Mm.
And it was honestly, first year, I think it did me a lot of good because it made me take the sport a lot more serious. And I think that it gave me a lot more space to dedicate a lot more time and energy within myself to the game. But I'd say after my injury, once volleyball was taken away from me, I was like, okay, what now? Like, what? Because people always talk about, okay, well, like if you get injured, like we talked about this before we even went to school. Like, okay, well, if you get injured, then what?
Yeah.
Are you gonna love where you are? Are you gonna love your life in that situation? And I didn't think about it because I'm not gonna get injured. That's not me. Right? Yeah. Haha. Haha. So yeah, I think the fact that I had volleyball taken away from me forced me to find my identity outside of volleyball. And it's not that I didn't have any sense of myself outside of the game, but I just wasn't focused on it because I had volleyball and that was what I wanted. But I think after my injury, like maybe it was a little bit of a blessing in disguise, I guess, that it's given me the opportunity to like reappreciate life outside of the game because it's a great like topping on top of your life. It's like the sprinkles on top of what your
Sprinkles.
life already is. But I think it being meat and potatoes,
There you
it
go.
being the meat and potatoes
Meat
of
potatoes
your
with a side of
life,
sprinkles.
Yeah.
I think we're not putting sprinkles on the meat and potatoes. It's two separate things. But
On the dessert.
yeah, on the dessert. But I think like having the meat and potatoes of your life and being happy and content and proud of that
Yeah.
is so important because I think it's a lot easier to be able to then dedicate 100% of yourself to the game because I didn't have, I guess, I didn't know this before, but I didn't have 100% of myself to give to the game because I wasn't at 100 without the game.
Damn.
So
Damn.
clock it.
Yo.
Damn.
shit. That shit was deep.
No, serious. That I like that.
How you gonna
yeah.
top that one?
I know.
No,
I should have.
Fuck.
You should have.
Damn, that was articulate shit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was some articulate shit,
Thank
bro.
you so
like-
much.
It peaked.
Really?
Yeah, it all came
Let's
together.
go.
Good job.
Now what?
I know. Yeah.
Ditto.
What she said. No, actually, seriously, I think that that's also a thing about transitioning from club to universities. I found that like in my first year, it became who I was. Like volleyball became who I was because like we'd have 2 practices a day sometimes, and then lift, and then like all day, and then games on the weekend. And it's just like it's a lot that you're giving to something to not make it like. And I think volleyball will always be part of who I am. And I think it's just like accepting that, but also detaching myself. I'm still working on it. Like the wins, it's hard to separate the emotions. Like when I win a game or when I have a good game or a good practice or like a good moment with volleyball, it's like, yeah, I want to make that who I am. I'm happy, I'm proud. But then when you lose, it's like, how do I not feel those feelings?
How do you
When
separate?
how do I separate just the good and just the bad? But I think that something that like my team focused on this year, we like had a talk about it, was like why do we do this sport? Why are we doing all this? Like we're not doing it to win. Like that's not the only reason we're doing it. It's like we're doing it for like our little selves, like for our family, for whatever. And so like appreciating the little things. not as yours is good, like yours is better. But yeah, I think that's something that like it's like if I'm having a hard day, like why am I choosing to still do this through the hard?
Yes.
But I don't know if that's helping me separate myself from like
It doesn't, I mean,
wins and
it
losses.
could just be a character thing.
Yeah. I don't
mean,
know.
I think also being
think it's, like,
aware that you
I
need to separate
yeah.
the two is the first step anyway. It's a
Yeah.
hard thing to do,
Yeah.
but
It's
it's not.
it's I don't even know if it's a balance. People say it has to
Yeah.
be like balance. I'm like, well, balance is relative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're Michael Jordan, he lived and breathed basketball.
Yeah.
Right. But he also like played cards and shit for fun or like to
Yeah.
golf. So it's
Yeah.
like that was his separation. If you want to
Exactly,
call
yeah.
it that. If you lost the game, it's like, okay, whatever. Like guys will talk shit after, it's easy to talk shit when you're winning. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
so I think knowing what I know now,
Mhm.
I wish I did spend more time away, like separate myself from the sport.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because it literally became, it changed my whole character. Like I was a dick. Like I was a dick. Because all I
Glad I
cared.
don't know Matrixx then.
I trust me, it's a totally different person. I was more of a dick than I am now.
Yeah.
Because it's all I identified was like we were just like in a tough room with tough people, and if
Yeah.
you weren't like the same as everyone else, like you just
Yeah.
wouldn't survive. So you're like,
Mhm.
and then you started to get like disgruntled against people that weren't like you. Because
Yeah.
you're like, I'm working so hard to do everything I can to be like incredible,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're not even doing half what I'm doing. And when I lose, like
Yeah.
I took it like so
Yeah.
personally. But
Oh, yeah.
individual sport, like it's all on you.
100%.
But you're like, you took that so personally. There'd be nice to be sitting there staring at the ceiling and just like, how am I going to wrap my head around? I got to fix this. How do I fix this?
Yeah.
And then some guys goofing off having a good time. Like, why are you celebrating?
Yeah.
Like I can't even fathom how you're even remotely happy right now.
Yeah.
Because I hate the fact that you're happy and we're on the same team we lost.
Mhm.
Right. But again, to their point, it could be like, well, I'm able to put that over here and I can put myself over here
Exactly.
and not conflict the two. Because
Mhm.
now like you're jeopardizing relationships, essentially you don't have a separate identity. You're just
Exactly.
one thing,
Yeah.
which there's a whole bunch of different avenues you could explore.
Mhm.
I think for me, a good moment was in my freshman year, one guy lived with one other guy, and this other guy didn't know anything about sports. He was just awesome dude. He was in arts into music and just
Aw.
like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He would come out, support us at our stuff, and you could get your
Aw,
ass kicked.
cute.
And he'd be like, "Hey, you did great." And he didn't know any
Aw.
better.
Yeah.
He doesn't know any better. So he's like, "Oh, you did great." I'm like, she was like, "Well, it was nice to watch you do your thing." It was like,
Yeah.
you went out there and gave it your best. It was awesome to see.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool. And then you go and he, do piano recitals, or he would go and, go to a museum
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, okay, cool. And then now you got to see this whole other side of like, oh, what he enjoys. And also you realize, oh, there's a whole nother realm
Yeah.
out there that's not as.
Yeah. Like it's like you're living in your world.
Yeah,
there's
you're just living in your
more
own
to
little
it.
world. And there's like, okay, like
Yeah.
this is one small faucet of things that
Yeah.
at some point this too shall end. And
Yeah.
then what?
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the relationships made along the way, the friendships, the teammates.
Yeah.
It's all those small little moments. Like there's friends. My teammates are my friends now, and they're in their 40s now or
Yeah.
some shit, right? But, and ironically, a lot of us don't even look that fondly back on
Yeah.
our careers
Mhm.
because of how much shit we went through.
Yeah.
So you're like wondering now, like the double-edged sword is like, well, what is the cost of being great?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now there's the underbelly. It's like you spent so much, you dedicated so much, put yourself through hell and back.
Get you, yeah.
What does it get you? Like, yeah, you have at some point in your career, you were like the best there was,
Mhm.
right? But now you look back, you're like, I also was like not that
happy. Like
Yeah, you're like, ironically, all the guys I competed with, many of them are not reflecting fondly back on
Mhm.
the actual experience of the whole thing.
Of what it took to get.
What it took to get there. Like they have accolades, records, Hall of Fames, everything else. But a lot of them like look back and say, "Yeah, I'm never going back." A lot of them like
Yeah.
don't even go back to the program to watch or do any of that stuff.
And it doesn't have to be like that. It really
I don't think it
doesn't.
does.
No.
But then you have to wonder like other examples where it was different.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't know any better because that's all
well,
we knew.
exactly. And you're just doing whatever you think it takes to be great.
At our time, it was like no one could compete with us. So you start to
Exactly.
wonder, like, is that really what it took to be
Yeah.
the best there ever was? Or is there a different way and it could lead to the same result, but you wouldn't know?
Yeah.
Because how would you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like our identity was just being that. We
I have a
didn't know any
question for
different.
you.
What's up?
If you could then go back,
Mm.
like knowing what you know now, if you could go back to your university self,
Hmm.
what would you change about how you viewed yourself in the sport?
I literally would not take it so seriously.
Yeah.
And not that I wouldn't compete and do everything how hard I did.
Mhm.
I wouldn't take it as personally
Okay.
because
Yeah.
you can't control. Some shit happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Things happen outside your control. Someone gets a lucky shot. Some
Yeah.
things it's just his day. It's not your day.
Yeah.
That happens. It doesn't disregard all the things you did to get there. Like I'll still
Yes.
look back fondly, like, man, I really did everything in my power. Like
I
I left no
possibly
stone
could.
unturned.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, maybe a couple things I could have did more film. Looking back now, I'm like, shit, I should have did more film. But in terms of like how I prepared, we prepared as hard as we could. But I also took things way too personally when it didn't go my way. And I think
Yeah.
that was ingrained because all of us did.
It
And
is hard not to.
it is hard not to.
Yeah.
But it's also, it was so ingrained in us that like
Yeah.
we couldn't even, like we would win and still be shunned because of like we should have won by more or like beat them harder.
Yeah.
So it was almost like you
It was
almost
never
get,
enough.
it was never enough. So it was
Yeah.
like, I literally have to dominate this person
Yes.
to the point where they don't want to compete anymore. Like
And
that's
what
how
does it
bad
take to dominate somebody? Like,
So now
yeah,
you have to go back
exactly.
now just down the rabbit hole. You're like, well,
Wow.
how aggressive do I have to be with this?
Yeah.
Like how like deep ingrained do I
Whoa.
have to be with
I
this?
feel like I'm learning so much about you seriously right now.
But then at the same
Aw.
time, it's like it also shaped who I was.
Yeah.
Right. And looking back, I'm like, okay, this is what I would do differently.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a
Right.
question.
Oh,
When
no.
did your mindset switch and you were like, I shouldn't have been like that? Like, cause you,
Mid-20s.
Wait, that's a really good question too.
Mid-20s.
Because yeah.
Mid-20s. Because now I'm done the sport.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm done with sport. And you're sitting there looking like, well, what do I have left?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right? Like you have your teammates who are like retired too, and they're still friends of yours. And you hear how they're talking about their experience. And you're like, man, I kind of feel the same way. Well,
Yeah.
why do we feel that way? Like we at one point we're all the pinnacle of what we were doing.
Yeah.
Why do we have like this hollow feeling that's just not good?
Yeah.
And then you realize like, you know, it was just one of those things that you were there for X amount of time in your peak years. And when you're retired, they squeezed every last drop out of you and said, okay, next man up.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you were just like an object to be used to get the result. But at the same time, that's what you signed up for because you also benefited.
Yeah.
And
but
then
that's
you
not why
set that
signed
It was,
up
culture
for
as
it was,
well.
yeah, so it was a transactional thing. Like I'm here to do everything I can. The minute I can't,
Mhm.
I'm not supposed to be here. And that's fine. Cause like, that's what we signed up for. Like we have to do a job. You guys have to
Mhm.
do a job too.
Yeah.
And then you don't do your job. Someone else takes your spot.
Yeah.
That's the business of it.
Mhm.
But looking back, you're like, I really should have just like not taken things so personally and kind of like stopped and just broad picture for a second, say this, like, this isn't everything.
Mhm.
Like this is good, but it's not everything. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like
There is other things outside of this.
there's other things outside of this that are probably gonna matter more. Like why would,
Yes.
like I have only like 3 or 4 like tight friends because we're all thinking the same way. So now I've never met people with different points of view, or I would not even consider listening to people with a different point of view or
Mhm.
different experience because I'm like, well, my way's the best. Why is it the
Exactly.
best? Because I'm winning.
Yeah.
Why would I listen to you when I'm winning? Fair point.
Mhm.
But you're also like, maybe there was a different way. I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So now it's almost like you kind of take it, the lenses off and like, okay, maybe there is a different way,
Yeah.
but they're also doing well and they seem happier. Why are they happier? You know what I mean? So it's kind of
Yeah.
like, what is the,
So many layers to it.
there's a
yeah.
lot of layers. The question really is like, what is the cost of being great? Is there a different way to go about it? But you'll never really know because what are the best people doing? How do they conduct themselves? And you see people that are winning at a high level and you see how they are. And you're like, holy fuck, like I have to be like that. But do you? We don't know
No,
because
Yeah.
they're the only example because they're the pinnacle.
Yeah.
And also everybody's different too. Like I think
Mhm.
everybody succeeds differently.
You look
So
at
I
the
think that
Americans.
there's
The Americans are built a certain way.
Yeah.
They win a lot, but why?
Yeah.
Do you have to do it their way? But they're also proving that it's working for them. Doesn't mean
Mhm.
it's right. It just means that they have a system that's working.
Yeah.
Because then you go down this rabbit hole of sport too. It's like, why do gymnasts start 7 or 8 years old or peaking at 13? Is that healthy or good?
Mhm.
Probably not, but it's also working.
Yeah.
But they don't talk about the collateral to get it.
This is deep, guys.
It's pretty deep. This is the questions about sport that
Yeah.
you start to peel back layers like,
Yeah.
oh,
But
shit,
some
like,
people they want different things out of sport. Like some
They do.
people are okay
Yes.
with not
But-
being the best, but they get a great experience out of it, or they
Mhm.
like just want to be in shape. Like,
now does that
whatever.
line up with the coach's expectations
Exactly,
though?
yeah.
Because he has a job
mhm.
that's being paid
Exactly.
by the administration or the
Yeah.
institution that he has to get. It's a wins and losses business.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of like, well, now where do you fall in that spectrum? Because you have your own things you want.
Yeah.
He has or she has their own things that they want. Where do the two kind of parallel and where do they conflict? Because that's where now we're going to have like, well, if he's taking it really personally that you lost.
Mhm.
I think that's where it like comes in where you make the right decision of where
Mhm.
you choose to go.
Yep.
Like you really like get to know the coach, the culture as much as you can. You obviously can't
Mm.
actually truly know something before you're in it, but like
Exactly.
as much as you can.
Yep.
And that's why the transfer portal is the thing. Like you find the right fit for you. Because I
Yep.
think it's very toxic to be in an environment that doesn't benefit you and that you can't benefit if the goals are not aligning.
Yeah. I mean, from our side, it was like, we just have to be the best and we're trying to make world teams, Olympic teams.
Yeah.
And this was just a stepping stone to get there. Like if we were aspiring to be an Olympian or a world team member,
Mhm.
we were expected to win nationals and
Yeah.
OUAs. Like if you got less than a podium, like you're like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Right. So like you were expected all those things. But at the
Mhm.
same time, that did work to an extent because guys would just go so crazy
Mm-hmm.
to be the best. Like they would leave no stone unturned because they realize how it's almost like a sniper. Like if you aim for a button, you hit the shirt. If you just try to aim for the person, you'll miss.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
we're aiming for the button.
Yeah.
Like we have
Yeah.
to make the Olympic team.
Like,
By default, you're probably going to win over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it came at a cost. The
I
cost
wonder if the culture is the same there, like
Oh, yeah.
on the wrestling team, because they're still winning.
they are still winning. Last year the guys didn't win, but this year they did win. The week before, but yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, times change, coaches adapt. Things are
Yeah.
not the same as they were in the early to mid 2000s
Yeah.
or 2010s. Things have definitely changed. But in terms of our sport, we also haven't had a Canadian Olympic champion for the men's side since 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So you have to look at, well, who's winning? The Americans.
that.
For us is the Russians, the Japanese, and the Iranians. But they also train like madmen. I don't know what their culture is like, but I can tell from the American side, they're worse than us. So you start to wonder, is this just how it is? At least for that particular sport.
Yeah.
So I don't know what volleyball is like in the
I think it's
underworld.
different than wrestling.
Yeah, it's probably
I'm being honest
it's
with you.
probably very different.
Yeah.
But that's the question. It's like, if you're comparing like the Canadians women's team to like the Americans women's team, right? It's like, well, what's being different? Assuming
Actually
like
just
talent,
beat them.
they did
pretty
beat
sure.
them. I saw that, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was
in the VNL. I'm pretty sure.
there you go. I saw that too.
Okay.
I saw like
Thanks.
the under 18 FIBA basketball men's team
Yeah.
beat them, and then I think I saw the women's team beat them at some tournament too.
And Canada down.
Maybe the Americans got to
Mhm.
take
Great.
notes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Maybe the Americans got to take some notes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got to brush up.
Yeah.
All right. If you were to describe your program, let's say your volleyball program, in 3 words,
Oh,
what would it be?
I should.
I need to think.
have to
about it.
educate myself. Think back
You're like, oh,
from our personal experience.
yeah. If you had to describe your
Okay.
program in 3 words, what would it be?
I know. You go first.
I'm not ready.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Let me think. I'm not even thinking
Hardworking,
in my head.
fun.
Okay, you first.
In my
then.
brain.
Me?
Yeah.
For my time?
Yeah.
Oh hell. This
Or
one-
what you think the environment is here
oh
at
here?
IBC.
Oh, that's good too.
Okay, it's simple. It's gritty. It's honest, and it's determined.
Yeah.
It's gritty, honest, determined.
Mhm.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you can't hide. Right? The truth is always found out every day. You tell the truth.
Yeah.
Right? Some way or the other, you're gonna prove what you're capable of. You're gonna find
Yeah.
out. It's gritty because we have an attitude. We have a certain edge on our, chip on our shoulder that we have to uphold. Why? It's because in some primal way, you're trying to be better than the average person. There's a reason
Mhm.
elite people are called elite. You can't be the same as everyone else.
Mhm.
As segregated as that sounds, it has to happen because you can't be like everyone else. You're trying to do something that people haven't done. So it's gritty in that respect. And it's a term because you're unrelenting in your pursuit to get there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to let something small stop you from finding out the truth. So
Mhm.
they all kind of tie in nicely. Little bow.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
pretty
go.
good. Eh?
That was good.
That was awesome.
That was
I'm
solid.
glad that we asked.
Now I have to one of us has to back that up.
I have 2.
2.
I have
Okay,
2
we'll
right now,
we'll
too.
start with 2.
Okay. Wait, me first?
Mm-hmm. Gabby first because
Okay.
she got 2.
Okay. Mine are competitive
Mm.
and accountable.
Oh.
I think that why?
You stole my first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Should have gone.
I mean, 2 things can be competitive. So what makes it how would you define competitive?
I think. Oh wait, maybe I have a third one.
Oh, okay.
I think selfless.
Oh, that's a good one.
And this one, honestly, sorry. What? Maybe we can share. Maybe
No,
mine
no.
think like-
You can share, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
We're both blue.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. I think the selflessness kind of goes along with competitiveness because if you are competitive and selfish, I think that's a very toxic thing.
Hmm.
I don't think that that's productive. I think it's very hard to succeed if you're competitive and selfish, unless you're playing an individual sport. But
Mhm.
volleyball is very much a team and communication oriented sport.
Mhm.
So I think that collective competitiveness is really important. And I think that for my team specifically, we do our best to be on, and this is something that we're still working on, like being completely honest about it. Like we're still working on making sure that we're all always on the same page. Cause I think that, like, I think I said this like briefly before, that if you're not, I'm kind of just like repeating myself a little bit, but like if you're not on the same page as a team and your goals are different and your goals don't align with your coach's goals or your captain's goals or whatever it may be, the person beside you's goals, then I think the trust and communication that is needed in volleyball kind of like inevitably is going to crumble. So I think that in order to be like successfully competitive, it's about like group, what's the word? Togetherness, like harmony. Like
Harmony. There you go. Harmony. We got there.
Okay. I have 3. The first one is compete, which competitiveness.
Synonym.
Yes. But we compete like, wait, do you want me to explain them?
Yeah.
Okay. We compete in everything we do, and like obviously a healthy way, but like everything we are trying to like compete in our warm-up games and everything in the weight room, not with each other necessarily in the weight room, because it's like you can't really compare one body to another. We're different people, but like with ourselves every week we're trying to get better. And then vulnerability was my second one.
I like
We're
that.
very like, to be vulnerable builds trust, and if you trust each other off the court, in the hard moments on the court you're going to trust each other. So we like are big on sharing our feelings, not feelings necessarily, but just like how
Being open.
Yeah, like we're being open. We like on our weekly meetings we talk about stuff like that. So I think we're a very vulnerable team.
I really like
Like
that.
everyone is. So it helps, and then that also helps with the like why we do this. Like we play with each other for each other. And then what was my last one?
I don't know, but the
You said
vulnerable
something
one's
when I
good.
said
know.
selfless.
No, fuck, I had it.
Oh.
I think the vulnerable one's a good point.
I
Yeah.
think that's really, really, really good.
Shoot, I
And I
have
think
one.
that's something that if I had to argue for us.
Grit. We're
Grit.
gritty. Like we're a gritty team, I think.
Like iron performance.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was
That's
thinking the
I don't even
vulnerable. I'm
think that was
looking
my
back.
last
I'm
stuff.
thinking the vulnerability side, as soft and fluffy as it sounds, is something that I think
Yeah.
we lacked.
Yeah.
Not saying it would have made a huge difference, but 2 points. I think the first one being is like, well, define vulnerability and like how vulnerable, because again, at the same time, being vulnerable means you have to establish trust, and you don't even know who you can trust and
Yeah.
and to what extent.
Yeah.
So there's like a level to it. And 2, it's like, well, what does that even look like? Like, what do we, like, how do we communicate vulnerability? Do I have to sit down in a meeting every week with my team? Because then sometimes like, oh, this is like
Yeah.
AA, I don't want to share.
Yeah.
But being honest, looking back in our own career, I'm like, well, we didn't really have those deep conversations because it was frowned upon. I wouldn't even say frowned upon. It wasn't like
Yeah.
verbally said like you can't. It was more just like, it was almost like a sign of weakness. If you were
Yeah.
like exposing yourself in a way, you're like, no, like you have to hold the frame.
You play your tough sport, you have to be
You
tough.
have to be,
like, yeah.
you deal with your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
suppress it.
Oh my gosh, we were talking
Yeah.
about that. Yes.
Just suppress it and turn it excellence.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I think it like, but and to each their own. Like you don't, to be vulnerable to me might mean something different to another girl on my team.
Yeah.
And like
Mhm.
whatever it means for me to open up, like I'm a pretty open person. So what, like I can say a lot, but someone else on my team might not want to be that open, but they open up as much as they can to feel like trust and to be trusted.
Yeah, and you feel that's helpful for your team. Like,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. I think
I
that
think
it
it'll
like,
work, yeah.
and it's like we're with each other so much, it reminds us that like they're also like you said, like when you're like, I'm working that hard and you're laughing, like why aren't you working that hard? It's like they're people too. Like they have feelings too. Everyone's going through stuff. Everyone's doing their best.
Yeah, everyone's got demons on the inside. You don't know about.
That's right.
No, that's all. So how do you like kind of like how does one build accountability? Like how do you kind of hold your teammates accountable? Because now the other side of the coin is, okay, you're vulnerable,
Yeah.
you're showing empathy, you're like, hey, I understand, or you're trying to understand, you're trying to like, put yourself in their shoes and like try to like get perspective.
Yeah.
At the same time, now you have to balance the fact that, well, we do have a job to do. There are standards we have to meet. It's not personal, it's objective. So how do we hold each other accountable now?
I think you kind of said it a little bit there, that it, to me and to my team, I think it's about having a standard that we all are on the same page about, that makes it kind of very evident if somebody is falling below that standard, that it's like, okay, based on if this is our standard and you're right here right now, you are obviously aware of your own. I think it's awareness, maybe also like within yourself. But you're then aware that, okay, I'm not all the way where I need to be. Also knowing that your teammates are aware that you're not where you need to be. But I think there's also a level of, and I think it's hard to define, but there is a level of grace, I think, that is needed.
That's a solid word.
It's my middle name.
Yeah.
But
Blessing
she has
all
it
the
tattooed
words.
on her.
I do actually.
So then it's like, what's good?
Yeah, I wrote it down. I was
Yeah,
prepared
yeah, I
for
was
this
like,
moment.
This
Yeah.
one.
But I think that it's important to understand that we're doing a really, really hard thing, and
It
being
is.
vulnerable, being accountable, and being there for each other at all times and there for ourselves at all times is a really, really big ask, and it's not easy. But I think it's really important to be aware about what standard you're trying to hold yourself to, but you're trying your very, very, very best. And some days you're not going to be at 100%, and that's where the grace comes in. But I think there's always still a standard of like what excellence looks like.
Welcome to Iron Performance Center, Niagara's home for real personal and performance training. We're a community obsessed with building durable, explosive, game-ready humans. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just training that works. From athletes chasing scholarships, to pros chasing championships, to regular people who just want to feel strong, move well, and stay built for real life. If you're willing to work, you're our people. Our system is simple: smart programming, elite coaching, and a culture that pushes you to levels you didn't know you had. With modern technology and principles-based programming, we track your progress, teach you movement skills, and give you every tool you need to perform when it matters most in whatever arena you call home. Iron Performance Center, because performance matters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and I blanked. I think it like comes from like your leaders, like your leadership. So like for us, like our coaching staff is very vulnerable with us about like they don't expect us to sit down and say something that they wouldn't also sit down and open up and say to us. So it like that builds that kind of trust with being vulnerable. And then also it's like, I don't want to say like setting your ego aside, but like if I were falling behind a practice and one of my teammates would be like, hey, like you need to do this, or like I didn't do something, like I don't know, like didn't wear my compression socks, and they would call me out. It's like you have to set your ego aside and be like, they're helping me so that I can help the team. It's not just like they're calling me out because they want to be a bitch. Like that's not what it ever is. And like to be able to like separate, like I'm your friend, but I'm also your teammate, is like they're bettering the team.
Yeah, I think
we before me.
Yes, Charlotte, high five.
for me.
That's like
I think,
big thing that we do.
I think it takes courage on both sides to both provide feedback and receive it, because that's the other part. Most people, there's a message in versus tone.
Yeah,
I think both are important, but I think at the end of the day, the fundamental thing is the message. If someone's willing to invest energy to provide feedback, you might not like how it is, you might not like it in general, but you'd hope that your teammates or fellow athletes could simply respect the fact that you're investing energy to actually bring something to attention that could be a point to work on.
Yeah.
And I think many people kind of fail at that part.
And that also sets like expectations where it's like we are expected to hold each other accountable. It's like that's an expectation. It shouldn't always come from our coaches.
It shouldn't, no.
So yeah.
It shouldn't, no. If you looked at the stats of winning teams, a lot of them reported that it was like peer-to-peer relations that led to whatever outcome they wanted. And the winning teams tend to have like a higher rating for their peer-to-peer relations.
Yeah.
Because essentially you need them to win and they need you to win.
It's trust.
It's trust.
Especially in volleyball, communication is so big. If you can't communicate, you're
too bad,
not
so
going to be successful.
Yeah.
Too bad, so sad.
Yeah, but that's peeling back the layers, right? Because you could, like I'm sure any coach, even the club level, right? Club level, university, whatever, they'll be like, okay, we got to communicate. We got to like talk out there. It's like, okay, what does that look like? Because again, it's easy enough to say, do those things.
Yeah.
And then when pressure kicks in or fear or your fight or flight response kicks in, you don't do those things. And all of a sudden it's like, well, they should have been talking. It's like, well, have you outlined what that looks like? How do you practice in those situations? How do you give feedback to a teammate? How do you receive feedback as a teammate?
One of our like Tati, a girl on my team, she came in, like she's a first year. Well, she was a first year, and she came in and she was like, we did this on my club team, and it's like we all go around, or like we don't have to say it, but like each person says like how I like to receive feedback, or like if I'm struggling, what will help me, because not everyone's the same. And I think that works for some people. Like I feel like I'm pretty open to like whatever, but like some people don't like to be talked at in a certain way, or like in that moment they don't need to be talked at, but like in a timeout they can be talked at, but not just on the court. Like everyone's different, so I think like taking the time to try and understand your teammates benefits like way more than you would think.
And it's important to know those things, I think, too, because if you are doing what you think that person needs, if I'm like screaming in Charlotte's face because that would motivate me, Charlotte is not me. I wouldn't know what helps Charlotte, but I think that knowing what does help her, really, my goal in communicating with Charlotte is to make her feel better. I want to be able to, if she's not at 100% or she's falling below whatever standard. Love you, Charlotte. I'm not saying that. That's
No,
not-
I wasn't laughing at you. I thought about it.
But I'm just saying, like,
Just be better.
I know.
do better, Charlotte. My goal is to make Charlotte feel better, and I want to uplift her in any way that I can. And I think if you don't know how to do that, you're not going to actually do
You're
that.
right.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's a really big thing. And my team talked about that, I think, at the end of the year too. And it's hard because none of us are like, we don't have every single teammate like listed out, like this person likes this
Yeah.
person like this. Like, it's
Yeah.
not like specifically,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to at least know what they don't like. So
Yeah.
you're not making anything worse because
Mhm.
as we said, like the goal is to uplift,
Yeah.
never to like make anything any worse. You want to
Yeah.
better.
No, I think that's fair. I think plus you guys spend a lot of time together with teammates on the
Exactly.
regular, right? So
Yeah.
you live together, eat together, hang out together, which I think is very important. I think that's what, I think that builds camaraderie in,
Mhm.
the most small but unsuspecting ways that leads to a big outcome, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's always going to be at the forefront, to be communication, but that's like a very blanket statement. It's going to be like, okay, what does it look like? How does it look like to someone else? How do you run feedback? How do I take feedback? How do I have the courage to give feedback in a high pressure situation? Like
Mhm.
those are all things that as a group, the more you kind of like iron out those wrinkles is going to make things a lot easier for us to kind of hopefully get on the same path to winning something
Mhm.
extravagant.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay, let's transition a little bit here. Something a little more lighter.
Okay.
Lighter. What's your most embarrassing volleyball moment?
Oh, I think I know yours.
I have a couple.
What's your top one?
What you say? What you think mine
Oh.
is?
Well, I don't. But I don't want to like if it's not. Then
Well,
that's so
it doesn't
sad.
matter. Like,
Well, I was
do
just thinking
embarrassing
about.
shit
I
all the
think it was
time.
at TMU that you fell down.
I've never been at nipping.
Nipping.
I was like, never been to-
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that
fell.
was
Mid-play,
That was
fell
one.
down.
That was what I thought of.
Was it?
You
Okay.
fell mid-play.
I thought of two. Well,
She
yeah,
told you
I
this
was.
too.
Yeah,
All right.
it was like a
Oh, I
No, he
remember
doesn't
that.
remember.
I don't remember.
He's like, all right.
What was it?
Just for the
again?
listeners, what was it?
I was like transitioning, and it was a free ball, and like the person in six passed the ball, and I was like, their foot was underneath mine, and so then when they took their foot out, I just like ate shit. Like I just like smacked the ground.
Belly
Like
flop.
my feet went out from under me on my like side, and she sent me the ball too.
Damn.
Like so, and I was running a slide, so I just like
There's
fell
nowhere to be found.
and just like got up and
Where'd the ball end up?
on the ground where she would have sent me. It was a good set too. Yeah, it literally went like that, and it was like a thud, and everyone was like, "Ooh."
It was like, damn.
Yeah. And then I also got packed in the face in my first OUA game ever.
Was that like your
Oh my
welcome
gosh,
to
I
college
remember
volleyball
that.
moment?
Yes.
Ball was
Welcome to the
up.
OUA.
No, ball was down.
Really?
Ball, like it was a line
Oh.
shot. We were playing Queens at home. It was our home opener too. Like it was just like a lot was happening all at once.
Welcome to the OUA.
I know.
Welcome, Charlotte.
And then this one's probably more embarrassing because like what I fell, it doesn't really matter that much.
I don't
But
think it's embarrassing
That's
to get
kinda
hit in
funny.
the face.
yeah,
though.
no, but
I think falling is more
my
embarrassing.
I
hands
think so
didn't even, my
too.
hands went together like this. Like they didn't even flinch. I had no survival instincts. Like I just was like this and it hit me in the face. And then I walked off the court like this. But the ref was like, you need to tell me if you're okay. Like, hello, are you okay?
I just need a minute.
But I was literally just like,
I'm
I was
embarrassed.
like, I'm making an ugly crying face. Like everyone's looking at me. It was so bad.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Hurt my ego a bit more.
What, you, Gabby?
Yeah.
I think mine wasn't when I was playing.
Hmm.
It was I was actually, this was this past year. I was subbed out, and you know how like if a ball rolls over, like the 3-ball toss thing, like whatever, like the people standing.
Oh yeah.
Triple ball. What's
no,
it called?
No, it's not called triple ball. Wait,
3-ball.
what are you
3-ball
talking about?
sequence where they pass you the ball when you're serving.
Oh yeah, that's just like the ball boys, like the ball.
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Anyway,
Not ball boys. It could be a girl too, but like
The people that stand
We're
in the corners that
inclusive.
just roll the ball down the
Yes,
line.
yes,
like,
they
little
don't have a
towel
name.
and-
They don't have a name.
okay, Charlotte. Okay.
supporters.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Ball supporters.
Staff.
So a ball rolled over because they have to have all 3 balls, like
Mhm.
so that their system can keep flowing. And so whenever any of the balls like went over, I always get out of the line of our bench, like where we're standing, and I go and I roll the ball because I'm like, I'm trying to be kind. Like I like don't want you to have to run over to us, and like I
Yeah.
wouldn't, if I was the one doing the balls, I would want to not have to run over there. So I'm just
Yeah.
like trying to like look
Yeah.
out for them, whatever. So I went into like the middle of the bench is here, crowd is here,
Mhm.
and the ball was like in between.
Mhm.
And I walked out and I kicked the ball, tried to, but accidentally my foot was on top of the ball as I tried to kick it. Charlotte, like the things, if you saw it, you actually would have lost your mind. I was so embarrassed. I tried to kick the ball. The ball didn't even go anywhere. I just hit the floor, and then I
You
literally,
fell?
yep, I fell, like actually wiped out. I don't know if it was like belly flop, but I was on my knees, like I had to like catch myself, and I fell so fast too, was the thing. Like I felt so,
And the ball was still there.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
fucked.
And I
they
just
should
walked
get up
away.
and roll.
I did not roll it. I walked away because like the ball surfing was needing to
You
happen.
weren't even, like,
I was
in
the way.
action, like, you
no,
weren't even
no,
playing
no,
the
no,
sport.
No, no,
That's
no.
fine.
I was on the bench and I tried to roll the ball back in. I fell down.
Like go back on the bench,
It's
please.
so embarrassing.
Go
Yeah, and then
back.
I walked away
Go
like
back to the
this too. I had to hide for a second. It was so embarrassing.
Yo.
Aw.
Wow.
Can I guess yours, Matrixx?
I mean, go ahead. Yeah,
When you
yeah.
tried to do a backflip after you.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Yeah, but I still won.
Yeah.
You still won.
So it's fine. Like it was embarrassing. It was fine. But like, what's worse is they put at the banquet highlight reel. That was the worst.
Really?
That was
Oh,
the
that's
worst part.
funny.
That was the
Huh.
worst part. I think for you guys, they didn't do the banquet before the nationals, like before the championship game.
Mhm.
No. No.
They don't do a banquet before the
Zach.
Ours was after.
like
Once
the
the season was
CIS.
complete?
Well, I guess the U Sport banquet.
Oh, yes.
So
They
the-
put it at the U Sport banquet.
Yeah. Well,
thought you
us
meant the
was
Brock
CIS.
banquet.
No.
Wow.
This is the CIS. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think for
Yeah,
I
we
think
do the
for U
banquet
Sport,
before.
You do it before. For us, it's like right after. So it's
Okay.
like you do all the matches and then like, everyone's happy and celebrating. Then they go to the banquet.
Or
We
you're
have your
not
dinner.
happy.
Or you're not happy because at the banquet they give you like first team all Canadian, like your watches or your rings
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So they have like a little highlight reel summarize thing, and of course
Mhm.
my shit was on there.
That's so
And
funny.
I was like, fuck.
Did people like turn and look at you, or were you like, oh, it's
No,
like
I
we
was
had to get up
discreet,
probably.
but
Like he
Everyone was
was.
just laughing and shit.
Oh.
Everyone was just like laughing, and all of a sudden all the teams just like turning my table. But I'm like, fuck you guys, I still
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you guys,
Beat
eh?
your ass,
Here's my
beat your
watch.
ass.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can tell what time it is. You know what I mean?
Nobody knows what time.
And
it
then
is
you went
besides
back
me.
and did a proper backflip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then you had to
exactly.
go back and win back to backs, and then they didn't laugh no more because now you have two watches, so you
Yeah,
can tell
yeah,
time on both
Matrixx.
wrists.
Yeah,
I did wear both watches at the other Brock.
as you
banquet.
should. You can tell double.
That's how you
time.
know I was an asshole.
Yeah.
I wore two watches. That was terrible. That was out of spite.
Yeah.
That was completely out of spite. Okay, here's some questions for you.
Okay.
Would you rather
Ooh.
win a national championship but never play professionally, or play professionally but never win a championship?
Like a national championship.
Let's say university championship. So let's say, would you rather win a university national championship but never play professional, or would you rather play professionally but never win a national championship for university?
I've never played professional, so this is tough.
Hmm.
Or won a national championship.
Yes, I think I don't.
You're
I
as close as you could,
I
man.
know.
I don't know if this is like. I don't know if there's a right answer. I kind
It's
of
just a would you rather?
my answer might be the wrong answer, but I think that I would want to win a national championship and then never be able to play after that. Just because for me, a big thing is like making myself proud, like feeling like if I'm either gonna win or I know I'm not gonna win and play pro. Like I think obviously playing pro is an accomplishment in itself, and I think that if that's your path, then that's amazing. I think that my path is to succeed, and I think that the feeling of winning are you okay?
Yeah, I almost
That's a big
fell.
thud. The
Jumped out of you.
feeling that like I would associate with, obviously I don't know, but like that I would hypothetically associate with winning
Yeah.
a national championship, I think would be like such an incredible and rewarding feeling.
Mm.
And I think even like you just saying that, like me thinking about trying to put myself in the position of what that would feel like, I feel like I would give anything to feel that.
Hmm.
So that's my
Interesting.
answer.
What about you?
I'm going to go with the other one and
Mm.
say I'd rather play pro and not win a national championship. I think that like when pro is just like that's like a new level unlocked. It's like how cool would it be to tell my like 8-year-old self that I played professional volleyball? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cute. Like that I feel like that would just be like fun and like cool and like I want to travel the world and like that's just
Mhm.
like something at least maybe it's because that's on my
Mhm.
like that's one of my goals right now. So that's like well, I obviously want to
Mhm.
do that.
100%.
And I think that like again, like volleyball is so much more than just winning to me. Like the people I play with, I love my team. I love like whatever. Like and I've gone to nationals and not won a national championship and it was still like an amazing experience.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I can still take good things away from university
Mhm.
and then move on and then go try and do great things.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fair. There's no right or
But I
wrong
think
answer.
your answer was like good as well.
It
I
is.
think, no,
It
I
is a
think
tough
that
one.
it's,
Yeah.
it
Yeah, it's
depends like
tough. What
what
would you
your
do?
personal goals are. Yeah.
Got to go back, so I'll change it for me because they're not really
You've done
pro.
both.
But
Oh,
if
you
I had to
did.
win a national championship and never make the Olympic team, or make the Olympic team and never win a national championship, I'd take the Olympic team and never win a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Winning nationals is great,
Mm-hmm.
but just like you said, my end goal was never just to be a university national
Mhm.
champion. It was I want to
Yeah.
make the Olympic team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like if you make that, it's like that's great. But then and this goes back to like Taj's other conversation. Why did the Americans win? It's because they're expected to win the Olympics. So these
Mhm.
guys are making the Olympic team and
Yeah.
then winning. So it's like that was always their ambition. Like it wasn't enough just to make the Olympic team. That was just like
Yeah.
for them, that's just like registering for the day. Like, hey, sign
Yeah.
your name here. Okay, you
Yeah.
get to compete
Yeah.
today. It's like
Yeah.
for them, like making the Olympic team is like, well, I'm supposed to
Yeah.
make the Olympic team.
Mhm.
So it's like if I don't win gold, then I'm
Yeah.
like I failed.
Yeah.
And like winning gold would be like help you make the Olympic team.
Yeah. So
Like-
it's for me, I'd say, well, if I had the opportunity, I'm like, yeah, I would give up a national championship title to make the Olympic team.
But you still
versus-
get one watch, just not two.
Yeah, you just get one. You just get one watch, and the medals are a lot heavier at the Olympics than
Yeah.
national
Fair
ones,
enough,
which
yeah.
are
Yeah.
because they're. I think the gold medals, ironically, gold medals in the Olympics are not actually gold. It's silver coated in gold. Silver medals
That's
are pure
sad.
silver, bronze are pure bronze, but
You
gold
think
or
the
silver
Olympics
medals
is like you have no budget at that point. You have
Yeah.
infinity budget. Why you're not doing solid gold?
because it's way too expensive. Have you seen the price of gold?
This is the Olympics.
And how many? Yeah, but how many gold medals they have to give out?
That's true.
At the
There's so
Summer
many
Olympics?
sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
The Winter Olympics, there are like 1/3 of the country, sorry, 1/3 of the world competes in Winter Olympics. There
Mhm.
are 8 categories of sport and they all have different divisions, like speed skating. There's like the 200, the 400, whatever.
Yeah, you're
know what I
right.
mean? It's, like,
track
weird.
has so many athletes.
Track, swimming in summer has so many
Yeah.
disciplines, right? So it's like
Yeah.
Michael Phelps won 8 gold medals. Like, yeah, but it's like you won 50 meters, then you won 100. Still impressive, but it's like, it's still swimming.
Yeah.
8 gold medals. Imagine they were all real gold. Like he could just pawn them
Yeah,
off. Actually,
right.
not that he needs the money.
Yeah. Well, like if the Olympic committee's on a budget, they're like, yo, how many gold medals I got to hand out? You're like,
Yeah.
for how many people?
Yeah.
For how
At
many
least
sports?
it's coated. Is the coating real gold?
The coating is real gold.
Okay.
And they're heavy.
Yeah.
They are
Heavier than silver? Like if the heaviest
I'm just saying the
is
medals
gold?
are heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the
I
medals
don't
are
know.
like
So you don't know how much.
Well, I don't think Matrixx ever like weighed some
No.
Olympic medals in his hand.
Why
I've
not?
had gold in my hand. I had silver in my hand, but it's like, it's not mine, unfortunately. It's someone else's, but it was it was they're just nice medals. I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Olympic medals, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
they're
nice.
nice.
And then you could get the tattoo.
Then
Yeah.
I hate people that got that tattoo though.
Really?
I
I would
hated
do
it.
it. Like,
I would
I'm-
too.
I would do it.
I say that now.
You would do
I
it,
totally
like,
would. Yeah,
right?
I would
Like,
totally
come
be an
on.
asshole and do that.
Yeah.
All right,
I
I'll
don't think
get.
that makes
Get
you
it
an
right
asshole.
Yeah, I make it very visible. Like forearms are right
Yeah.
here. Like there's be no doubt. Like
Forehead, like
ask me what I did. Eh? Oh, that thing. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just
what did
Oh,
you do?
nothing.
once upon a time, right? Like once upon a time. Okay, what's your favorite volleyball memory? You had to pick one.
Oh my god.
That's a hard question. I feel like there's so many. I don't know. if
Pick
there's
one
like-
because I have a couple rapid fire ones that are fun that I want to get through.
Okay. I would say maybe this is like a cop out because it's my most recent, but nationals was really just like an overall. Like I took a lot from that
It is fun.
personally and like on the sport level. Like I learned a lot from it, like volleyball wise, and I took a lot from it personally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Travel, get the whole atmosphere.
Or Hawaii, like that was.
Hawaii's fun. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
wow.
Fuck, that'd be fun.
I know.
The traveling in sports is just the fun part.
Yeah.
Looking
as
back,
a
I'd rather do
team,
more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I got to travel the world
Yeah.
doing this shit, and I just never took enough of it. Ironically, I
Yeah.
think one of my favorite like memories from traveling for sport was like we were in Italy for a tournament and training camp. And then like I literally just went away after the tournament, like everyone had their thing, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go for a walk or some shit. I have some random alleyway in Sassari
Mhm.
and getting yelled at by locals for they thought I was American, so they don't like Americans,
Yeah.
but I was
Yeah.
Canadian. So I was just like going
That's
hanging out with like alley cats and shit,
Yeah.
just looking around and shit. I'm like, oh, it's
Aw.
kind of fun. You felt like you're just like what's that movie, Luca or some
Yeah.
shit? You feel like you're in Italy.
Aw, I like
doing
that
shit.
movie.
You reference
You know what I mean?
Matrixx.
So it's like, oh, those are all like those fun little things. You're like, we
Yeah.
just got picked up by a hitchhiker because we didn't know where we were on the
Mhm.
island at one point. So like a couple of us hopped into
You did
some.
this with your team?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of us went off and we just went for a walk somewhere and we didn't know where we were and we're trying to get into
Damn.
town. So some driving by on this is like an island.
Mhm.
So it's like we're on this one part of the road and we're like, we don't know how to get to town. The guys like hop in the car in Italian. We're like, okay. And we're like, can we get killed? I'm like, I don't know. Fuck it. There's 3 of us. How bad could it be?
Yeah.
Hop in some car, 45-minute
3
drive.
wrestlers.
Yeah, we
into
could wrestle.
town.
Yeah, we could wrestle.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Put him
Yeah.
down.
can't,
I don't know any wrestling.
can't punch a
Put him down in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but you can't punch a bullet, kid.
yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
You can't punch a bullet.
Dodge it.
Anyway, that's
Okay, your turn.
off topic. What's your favorite volleyball memory, Gabby?
I think my favorite volleyball memory was probably the first time that I ever played a whole game.
Mm.
because I think that I was like waiting for that moment. Like I was so eager and hungry for that moment. And I think that once I was able to do it and I thought that I played well in the first game that I ever played the whole way through, and I was really, really, really proud of myself because I think it's maybe not talked about that much that the environment of playing, it feels like you're on a stage. Like everybody's watching your every move, and obviously like because it's your job to like do well, to like better the ball, whatever your goal is in any given play. Like it feels like you're under a microscope kind of, and that can be a lot of pressure. And I think that I was proud of the fact that the pressure wasn't like I don't think I felt the pressure. I was just like playing volleyball, having fun, and it was a really, really
wholesome.
happy
That is
feeling.
wholesome.
That is wholesome.
Thanks.
What do you think is the best opposing team or best opposing gym atmosphere? If you had to pick a team that you'd go back into that you thought was actually a really good atmosphere.
Like in like Ontario?
Whatever one.
Like through our career?
Sure. Say like an university sport. If you had to go and compete in someone else's gym again, like which had like the best atmosphere?
The best atmosphere I've ever played in was at Nationals, obviously, because when we played Trinity Western, the bronze medal game, it was home gym for them, so it was like packed. But I'd say in Ontario, I don't know, like I like Max Gym is like a stage, like it's like you're at the bottom and the wall is so big, but it's like there's so many empty seats. Because it's so big. No, well, because it's so big. Like, sorry. No, I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing that. Like
nobody cares.
I know. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like there's empty seats in our regular season as well. So like like our gym's like not as big as Max, but there's this really big. But I kind of like their gym. It's like wood and U of T is cool as well.
Ooh. What about you?
I think I really, really like my gym. So I really love my gym.
Yeah, but supposed to be mine.
Well, no, but you said opposing. That wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question.
I would say the best like atmosphere is, you guys wouldn't even know. So there's a school that's called Red Deer. I
know Red Deer.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so do I.
Personally, Charlotte, please. Personally don't like the city of Red Deer, but their gym, their facility, I think is really cool. And their mascot, like we're the Huskies, their men's team is the Kings, and then their women's team is the Queens. I think that that's really cool.
That is cool.
I think that's kind of awesome.
Fire,
and it's like a crown in the middle of the floor. It's like, I think that's really cool.
I always find those like smaller towns or like things that have less probably infrastructure around them, they tend to like show up for a lot of these things.
Right?
Yeah, like when we played Trent. When we played Trent.
Peterborough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go Excaliburs.
Excaliburs, yeah. Well, I think a lot more people came for the men's game, but when we were watching the men's game, the gym was like packed. I was like, damn, like Friday night is happy Friday.
They have nothing else to do.
Like
they have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
It's so different than like our basketball guys here for like the CBL. Like, you know, we have a smaller stadium than Meridian. Like it could hold like maybe 5,000 people. So we have like maybe 2,000 to 3,000 a night. But you go to Winnipeg and like it's Winnipeg, but like there's like 15,000 people.
Yeah, wow.
At every game. You're just like,
hello, like
you guys got nothing else to do? Like
yeah.
Saskatchewan, like same shit. Like there's nothing outside. You're just like, so all they do is just live for that. Oh, there's something happening. They all just show up.
Yeah, which is it's nice.
Like,
I think it's great. I'm like, at least they rally behind something. You know what I mean? Like
we have that in Niagara too. Like I feel like a lot of people come to our games. Like a lot of like younger.
All the games that I've been to of yours have been packed.
Yeah, I think it's good that you advertise.
Fills the gym.
Yeah, fill the den. Now they call it fill the den.
Pack the den.
Pack the den.
Sorry, pack the den.
Fill the
My
den.
bad. Whatever. Pack the den. Okay, sure. But it's nice they advertise like the club athletes that get to come out and support.
Yeah, that's cute.
All that kind of stuff. If you weren't playing volleyball, what sport would you play?
I don't think I'm like not an athletic person outside of volleyball. Like
basketball.
I was bad at basketball. I was bad at basketball.
You were good at basketball.
You didn't even ever see me play basketball. When?
Briefly, I think.
When?
Like I never saw you like when you were like in a league, but I've seen you play basketball before. You're better than me at basketball. Like I think you're good.
I have never. I don't think
we should try to play basketball.
We would be bad.
We're right now bad. Pardon?
Who's winning 1-on-1?
Charlotte.
Really?
I'm terrible. No,
you can't shoot?
I can do anything.
Okay. Okay, wait.
no.
What sport would you play?
I
What
think-
sport would I want to, or what sport do you think I would just
what
like?
sport do you think you would play? It's not like an
Would you
in-deep
want
question.
to, or would like?
What sport would
okay.
you play? You know what I mean? Some hockey guys like, oh, I'd play like rugby or something, or if they're not
Yeah.
playing soccer, they're probably playing baseball or some shit.
Well, no. I was
Pickleball.
not. No,
I suck at pickleball.
I never tried
I'm
pickleball.
ass.
I think that maybe soccer.
Ooh.
Because so I played soccer when I was a child, like house league soccer. I like to think I was unreal at soccer. I thought I was so freaking good, but obviously, like
thought it was
everybody else
fucking
was so
amazing.
bad. Like
I
it was
thought it was
house
so
league
fire.
children's soccer. This was like cartwheel soccer. Like
I
people are
timid
picking
the shit out of
dandelions.
them, man.
No, the thing is, I did. I felt like I was a great soccer player, and I think my thing is that with volleyball, you're obviously like separated team and team, so
Yeah.
you're not like in contact with the other team. But I think this is why I can't play basketball, is because I get like infinity fouls. Like
I would
literally,
be so mad with
No.
sweaty
You're
people
playing
touching
same
me.
street
Street
Like,
ball, eh?
yeah.
the thing is, like when I play soccer, I was so aggressive, like so aggressive. Like I like ran through people. Like,
Damn.
and I think that if
Yeah.
I took soccer seriously, I think that I would be good at soccer. People
Okay.
get injured so bad that like ACL tears in soccer are crazy.
Oh yeah, like, it depends on the.
Kicked in the shins. If I got kicked in the shin as a soccer player, I'd have to quit.
Yeah, they do a ton of running.
Do you
plus,
say
like,
do-do?
turf.
Do.
What?
Nothing.
Turf, yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So soccer and soccer and undecided over here. Badminton.
Yeah, like
bowling.
fuck, I'm not good at
Bowling?
anything. Like, no, I
Charlotte.
suck
Do you
at
golf?
bowling. Oh, I golf.
Okay, well maybe
Powerlifting.
golf.
Yeah.
Don't be laughing.
Yes.
Rude.
So
Hey,
so
no,
golf.
yeah, maybe golf. Golf. See, my dad would probably laugh if he heard me say that. but
Why? I feel
I'm
like.
good at golf.
Do you think that they can see Charlotte? I feel like I'm standing
They-
in front of you.
No, they can see it. I can see it.
Okay.
You can see us?
Yes,
What
I
the
can.
heck? I wish you would have let
Anyways,
us.
okay.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, maybe golf.
No.
I'd be a golfer, but
Oh my god, that was a long-winded way to say golf.
I'd get kind of like, no, actually golf is fun. I golfed in Florida at a like
And it's
PGA
outside.
tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And the golf skirt's cute. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd golf. I'd be
yeah.
a golfer.
Maybe like field hockey, maybe tennis.
Tennis is hard.
Tennis
Field
is
All
really
hockey?
hard.
sports, yeah.
Tennis is hard.
What is even field hockey? I don't know. If
I don't know.
It's like those little stick things they walk around and shoot,
Maybe
Is it like
lacrosse.
lacrosse? Lacrosse would be cool.
lacrosse school. Yeah. That'd be
I don't
cool.
know if that'd be good. Like people would like hit each other with the sticks.
What do you think
like,
the
get
hardest?
off
What do you
me.
think the hardest sport is?
Crickets? Like those so silent.
At least like cricket, for example. Like,
Same.
"Ah,
I thought that's
No.
what you were saying.
No.
For me, like basketball, I would get so annoyed with everyone just being like trying in my
Sweaty,
space,
like,
like sweaty. Like I wouldn't be
ew.
able to do it. I think basketball's hard. Like, but also like everyone plays basketball.
What do you think?
What
Yeah,
sport is? I think what sport is hard to be great at? Because
I think just hard in general. I'm thinking of like a whole bunch of different
I
qualities
kind of
here.
feel like
basketball is a bad answer. I take that back.
no, so that's okay. I think
basketball.
It's fucking easy.
hopefully the basketball players are
I'm
watching.
kidding.
I think maybe gymnastics
That's a good one too.
because it's very like
yeah.
perfection. Like you
Mm.
have to be in order to be like great and to like score well
Mm.
and like get on the podium. You have to be.
I think
perfect.
volleyball's hard.
I think so too. I just don't want to say volleyball because I feel like people are going to think that we're biased.
Now,
So
I
I'm
think every
like-
sport it's hard to be great in any one thing. But if I had to
Yeah.
like say in general what I think the hardest sport is from a bunch of aspects, I'm gonna say
Mhm.
tennis or rugby.
really.
Yeah.
Tennis
Oh,
because-
rugby.
Rugby. Wait, yeah, you're right.
Rugby's
or
like
rugby?
physically
Yeah.
demanding.
Well, you're getting like the mileage you would in soccer, right? You have to have
Yeah.
contact like football, right? And it's not like you have like breaks where you're like
Yeah,
doing
like
a 10-second
football,
play
like,
and then you
stop. So
stop.
much.
It's like rugby's go, 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 and you're sprinting. You have
Yeah,
to be massive.
rugby's a good answer. Okay,
know?
I'm gonna.
Good job, Matrixx.
Or tennis, because now it's
Ditto.
like you're playing like multiple sets, rallies, bouncing back and forth, coordination. You have to have the endurance, like power to get behind the
Yeah.
ball and then hit it. And
I've
then
never watched.
Can I ask a question about tennis? You know
I
how
don't
they
know
make
much
so
about
many
tennis.
sounds?
yes,
Do you think that that's like real?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
So
like how when
It's
Matrixx is
exertion.
like
I can't
showing
watch.
us how to do a workout, he's like,
yeah, it's
'Cause
exertion.
I'm sorry, cut
It's
that out.
It's,
Terrible. Guys,
it's exertion. It's, just, it's
Oh.
exertion.
oh my god, Charlotte, I knew we were gonna have a moment. That's terrible. Next question. Oh god, I wish it wasn't me. I wish it was you. It's so bad. Next question, Matrixx.
Fine. Okay, these are rapid fire.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
okay, stop yapping.
sweet
Oh.
or salty?
Sweet. I have the biggest sweet
She
tooth.
does. I think salty.
I'm more of a savory person too. I don't like sweets.
Oh, I love sweet.
Charlotte loves your sweet.
I can't do sweet. I mean, like I
You
can.
can't do sweet.
Okay, I'm not like I like cookies,
Yeah,
right?
Matrix's dessert is grapes.
Yeah,
I got
they're good.
grapes
But I'm
today.
not like a cheesecake. I don't like
Oh,
cheesecakes.
I love cheesecake.
I can't stand cheesecakes. It's just like
I
just
love
too much.
cheesecake. I love
it's just
cake.
too much.
Well, I don't
But
really
even
like cake.
you don't have to eat the
I
whole
like
thing.
ice
Like
cream.
even if you're Charlotte, please.
Oreos. Have you ever had Oreo cake?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Ben and Jerry's is
That's your
so
go-to?
good.
That's your go-to.
Yeah.
What flavor? Tell them. Your flavor.
Half baked, but Ashton just discovered this for me. There's half baked peanut butter, so it's like peanut butter
It's
also.
half-baked.
It's like cookie dough and brownie and ice cream and chocolate ice cream. and
Yeah,
vanilla ice cream.
that's not like crunchy mix-ins. It's like
Okay.
yummy,
So-
like
Fudgy.
gooey. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Big sweet tooth.
She does. I feel like I might be equal.
All my teeth are
actually,
sweet.
yeah, every single one. I think that it really depends my mood. I think that I love sweet things and I love savory things, but I don't know if I
Like if you
am
were to get a crepe,
consistently
sweet or savory.
Ooh.
What is a savory crepe? Like I don't
Like-
do
like more
egg. I
salty?
don't
Like
want
no, not
egg.
egg, but there's like a ham, cheese.
Ooh,
No, I
that's pretty
don't-
good.
Yeah.
I would pick sweet, but I think when I'm snacking, I usually would go for savory.
I'm a big chip guy. I will
Hell of a good
smash-
dip?
Do you like
Sometimes.
sour cream and onion?
I don't mind sour
I
cream.
love
That's
sour
my
cream
go-to.
and onion.
That's not your go-to.
That's my go-to. Like my
It's my go-to.
I
I will
know.
crush a bag of like mixed biscuit. Was those like chili? The blue bag, the chilies
Oh,
cream.
Talkies?
no,
No, like-
Wait.
Miss Vicky's.
Miss Vicky's. You know what's the blue one?
I
I
don't
think it's
like
sweet chili.
spicy sweet chili. Or
Sweet chili with like
something.
the whipped cream.
Whipped cream?
No, the sour cream.
Oh yes.
Sweet
I
chili
know what
with
you're
sour
talking about. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
those ones
yes.
I can crush.
Yeah,
Like,
those
I
ones
will
are
literally
good.
crush bags of that shit in a
Some
sitting.
Ruffles
No problem.
sour cream and onion chips.
With the dip.
Wait,
No,
No,
Charlotte.
original chips with the dip.
Original.
I like
Sour
having all
cream and-
dressed with dip.
I never
Really?
had
I've never
all
had
dressed.
that.
All dressed with like the hell of a good dip. That's. I'm telling you, man. Shit is different. She
We
brings
should have had snacks.
She brings chips to the house.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking. I like go in the cupboard. Like she'll be like watching something or whatever, and she'll hear me in the kitchen. And here's the cupboards open and closed. She's like, I didn't get chips this week. I'm like, fuck.
Fuck.
She can hear me like looking because
I
I
know.
don't know where anything in my kitchen is.
It's
Like
smelling.
I have no idea. She's at the kitchen up. I have no idea where anything in the kitchen is. I will ask to find things in the house, and she's
Oh
like,
my god, Matrixx.
I didn't do any of this shit. I know where my clothes are, and I know where the washroom is, and I know where the TV and the couch, and I know where the dog is.
Jessica's a queen.
The whole
She
kitchen
is.
she's a queen. The whole
Shout out
kitchen.
Jess.
Shout out, Jess.
The sound of it, I know. It's so funny. Just so aggressive.
It's my life. Wait, if you had to binge a TV show, what are you watching?
Like start to finish.
Sure.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
It's
we
so
established.
like I love it. It's just so like it's consistent,
I respect that.
but it's not like a it's not like a great show. I'm not saying it's the best show,
Mhm.
but it's like a consistently good show.
It's fair. What about you?
I think this might be a hot take, but whatever. I'm gonna say Grey's Anatomy.
That's so boring.
You can't start
Let
to
me
finish
say
Grey's Anatomy.
something.
How many seasons
Yes,
are
I
there?
can.
There's like
20.
15.
No, there's
20?
22. I
You're
think.
not.
Let me tell you
Shit,
something.
that
We're
happens
not
to
seeing
me.
Gabby
tell
for
you
a while.
something.
Let me tell you something.
When I don't really like short shows where there's like only a few seasons because I like consistent when I'm watching a show. Like I'm like into this show. And Grey's Anatomy, what I like about it, I think it's very real life. Like obviously that's not like real doc. Stop it, guys. Hear me out. Serious. It's not like doctor scenarios. Like they're not real doctors. Come on. He's
I
like
didn't say
whatever.
shit.
I know your face. Like you're like telling me to shut up with your eyes.
It's like real life.
Yeah. Like I think that it talks about a lot of real life, like maybe feelings or
Okay.
like perspectives.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like very real in that way. Because when I'm watching shows, I'm not watching them to like just, sometimes I'm watching a show to like laugh, but that's not a show that I would binge. For me, when I'm binging a show, I'm
Really
binging
thought
a
hard
show because
about
it's
this.
like,
I know.
I was just gonna be
So it's
like,
like
yeah.
what?
What's your answer?
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Love
I
Island?
No.
Can't stay away
I
from one
fucking-
episode.
We're at that stage where like, because like, we used to have DVDs and shit, and you used to
Yeah.
tune in every week to a show. Like you used to, have cable.
Aw.
What about movies?
Oh,
Not a show, movie, series.
movie series?
Yeah, like you know
Like-
how you like Star Wars?
I don't mind Star Wars. I like Star
I
Wars.
thought you like
I like the original
May the
Star Wars.
4th you watched all of them.
Yeah, I did. I hated the last 7, 8, 9. They were terrible.
Okay.
Awful.
I have one, can I say?
Go ahead.
Harry Potter.
I was thinking.
It's so
classic.
wholesome.
We always watch that series on Labor Day
I like it at
because
Christmas
that's back
time.
to Hogwarts.
Oh,
weekend.
true.
Oh, that's cute.
That's
She
cute,
made like the Harry
Matrixx.
Potter cake
Oh, like
and
Aw.
butterbeer, which by the way,
much.
you ever had butterbeer?
No.
Awful.
Really?
Fucking disgusting.
What does it taste like?
I
Like
don't want
pure.
to.
It tastes like diabetes.
Oh my god, wait, maybe I'll like it.
tastes like diabetes.
All over sweet
Just-
teeth.
yeah.
Love that.
We started like a couple of years ago. Like, okay, like Labor Day weekend, we have the day off. We usually only close on Labor Day. So I'm like, okay, we had like a Harry Potter movie marathon because they're kicking off school. Harry Potter going to school. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
So she made like the Harry Potter cake, she had the chocolate frogs, and she made butterbeer. Followed the recipe,
Aw.
made butterbeer.
How
And
does she
I-
make chocolate frogs?
No, she had
What
like,
is butterbeer?
Alcohol?
It's like
We're
no.
like overloading
I
you.
know. Sorry, chicken breast.
chocolate frogs. She had them from when she had them from Universal, so she
Oh, okay.
has leftover chocolate frogs.
Okay.
Butterbeer is like cream soda, butterscotch, like
Ew.
drizzle, flavoring,
Drizzle.
and then you have like the whipped cream or ice cream on top. It's just a lot.
Is there beer in it?
No, it's just like a
Oh.
butterscotch
Soda.
soda. Yeah, it's like a butterscotch soda. It's
Oh,
cream
I thought it
soda
was
with
like-
butterscotch. What do you call it?
That's
Like
disgusting.
the flavoring? I don't know what it's called.
Syrup?
Syrup, yeah, syrup, and then like the ice cream on top is just a lot of sweetness.
Okay, wait, maybe I wouldn't like
Awful.
that.
It's awful. So like she made it. I take a sip. She's like, "How is it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's way
It's amazing.
it's way too sweet." Like, and she's like, "It's okay. We dilute it. Put some more cream soda in." So I'm watching her.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was already watched her.
her.
So she pours cream soda. Like that should fix it. I'm like, so your solution was to dilute the sugar with more sugar? I'm like, yeah, that was terrible. But yeah, so anyway, that was a long-winded story. Like we always do that. Butterbeer, don't do it.
Not
I
recommended.
Awful.
pictured butterbeer to be like beer with like maybe
Butter.
Like ice cream
No,
on
I
top,
think it's
a
like
beer
I think it's
float.
how like root beer.
Yeah.
you
I thought
know,
it was
it's
just
like-
butterscotch flavored.
It's cream soda. It's just a lot.
That's a lot,
It's
yeah.
gross. It's literally gross.
I
But anyway,
believe it.
yeah. So okay, so your movie is Harry Potter.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah,
I'm-
yeah. You said Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
I-
Anatomy. And what's yours?
I love Peaky Blinders.
Oh, I love Sex
I
and
don't
the
know
City
what that
too.
is.
Sex and the City is
I
so
That's
never.
with
I need to
the-
watch it. I
It's
never
good.
have.
Sex and the
Never
City.
watched it. Never watched. But the problem is like again, the TV shows now is like it's always on
I
Netflix.
changed my answer to Sex and the City, everyone.
Correction.
You should watch Ladies First.
Okay, so I did. Is it ladies first? Okay, so we pulled it up last
I
night.
asked you yesterday,
Aw.
and you said, "Oh wait, really?"
Last
I pulled it up.
Okay.
So it
okay.
has. Is that like what's the guy from Borat? He's on that now.
I think
I
so.
don't know what.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, the main guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so I'm like, oh, I didn't know Borat dude's on this movie.
Yeah.
But the whole point I was trying to make was like back in the day, it was like you have a set show of the week because it was only on cable. So like Monday was like American Idol, Tuesday was like the
Yeah.
voting for American
Yeah.
Idol, Thursday was Survivor. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so you always have
Survivor.
something to
Love
watch every week
Survivor.
for a season. So you build patience. But now it's like you just have to find your favorite show and just binge watch it
Yeah.
Yeah.
till end of whatever, right? Like they put One Tree Hill now on Netflix. I'm like, oh, that's a
One Tree
throwback.
Hill's
Yeah.
good.
Great
It was
show.
really-
Yeah.
You
Except-
like One Tree Hill?
I loved it when I was in high school.
Oh, were
Except
you
after
watching when you were in
season 6.
high school?
Yes, that was the time it was.
Sorry,
Aw.
that's really cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
The
I was-
Matrixx. I wish I could. Can you show me a picture of you when you were young later?
No.
We'll find
No.
Yeah, I'll
Good-
find it myself.
Good
then.
luck.
Whatever.
This was before social media time, saying good luck.
Aw.
But yeah, Montreal was good, except after season 6. After that, like, they got rid of Chad Michael Murray, and it was just not good.
Spoiler.
Your man crush went away. And...
Yeah.
I don't like Chad Michael Murray. Like
oh, really?
he was with Sophia Bush, and I'm like, every young man's like Sophia Bush, and like season 1, season 2, like, damn, Sophia
Yeah.
Bush, right? Had like the raspy voice, and she like,
Mhm.
damn, you know what I mean? And then you find out in real life, Chad Michael Murray was like married to Sophia Bush, like, you're like, yes, it was meant to be. And then like you cheat on her and shit, and all of a sudden she like
Wait,
that
I
one.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
Yeah,
Me
so I
either.
don't like him that much either.
Cancelled. Chad
I know,
Michael
and then
Murray.
ironically, they broke up in the TV part of it too. You're like, oh yeah, he's
Makes sense.
yeah. You're like, what?
He's an asshole.
Fuck him, you know? He's like,
Get him off the
fuck
show.
Chad Michael
Yeah.
Murray. Now he's just doing like fucking stupid shit in his 50s, like on Hallmark.
Yeah.
so-
Do you like Hallmark movies?
No, I don't have the patience for them.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
don't really
My
either,
mom
like-
loves
the
that.
problem is they all like start looking the same. They
Yeah.
just blend together, and I can't. I have very little bandwidth for that shit because like my bandwidth is this big as it is. So like to do that, I'm just like I'm at the age where I'm like I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah. Turn
Like
it off.
she tried to get me like she said like I don't even know how old Euphoria is now.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Ah, did you
So-
watch that?
I never watched it. So like apparently there's like another season now, which
Yeah,
I
there
never
is.
watched.
I watched
either
the
one.
first one.
Never saw it. So she's like, you wouldn't like it. I'm like, okay, well we have nothing else to watch. Like
you wouldn't.
let me
yeah,
try
you
watch
Don't
the-
try it.
let me try and watch the first episode. I got through 30 minutes and I was like, this is fucking stupid. I said,
Yeah.
I'm not watching this bullshit. This is
Yeah.
some nonsense. So what the
Yeah.
hell is this shit?
The first season was good, I think.
The first
second
season, I
one-
feel like
God, no.
It was so like how Hunger Games like you have like such you feel a feeling when you're watching the Hunger Games. I feel like the first time I ever watched Euphoria, I like
You
felt,
felt
like,
Euphoria?
oh my god,
I felt euphoric.
I was like,
Jinx.
I'm like, what sick fuck made this?
right?
Yeah.
It's
Like-
very
kinda
dark.
It's really fucked up.
Well, it's
It's
the
a
thing
lot.
like horror movies. I hate horror movies.
I hate horror movies too.
Right? But you watch like Saw, Or like
No.
Human Centipede.
I don't
You're-
watch anything.
Right?
Human Centipede is actually a disgrace
That's what I'm
to
saying.
humanity. I'm not joking.
It's all fucked up.
Whoever wrote that
I
needs to
can-
be in
I-
jail.
But that's what I'm
for
saying.
it.
So they have like
Have
these.
you ever watched it?
I don't watch.
It's
never watched it.
No.
I don't
Never
remember.
watched it.
I don't think I've
Oh.
ever watched a
Never
horror
watched
movie.
it.
Oh, no.
I watched
Really?
like one horror movie in
I
theaters
am
one
so
time.
scared
That
of
was it.
movies. Like I get so scared.
I'm like the guy, like if people are watching a horror movie, I'm at the other side of the room behind a corner, like doing this, because then you can always see the TV in your peripherals like this. So you have to squint so it's not as
I
scary.
also-
And the audio
Yeah.
bounces off the walls this way, but never like really too hard to do. So you're in a safe space. You're in a safe space.
Seriously. I also think
that's
horror movies are not interesting. Like the plot is always like, this is poorly done.
I think there's some like, you know, like
should
Friday,
never
like the
watch
classic
Fridays.
90s one, like Friday the 13th, like, oh, you know, it's like a little jump scare, but something
Mm.
crazy. And like they didn't
I
have
hate
technology to
jump
make it
scares,
weird.
though.
Yeah.
But Saw's fucked up. Human
Mhm.
Centipede's fucked up. You're like, who
Why-
had the mind to write
It can't
this?
be like good for your brain to watch that either.
Well, there's like,
why are
how
you
many Saws are there?
enjoying that?
10, 11, 12? Like, there's a
I have
lot
no
of Saw
idea.
movies out.
That's
Like,
not
there's
a-
probably like 13 Saw movies. Like,
Yeah.
the guys in the writing room are just like this. Like, we got to find like 10 more ways to fuck people up. Like, what's
Yeah.
creative?
Right?
Let's go syringes.
Imagine
Oh, they're
being
gonna
that
fall
person.
in a
Like,
pit of syringes to find a key.
no.
No one's like, you have to cut their arm off to get the key. And you're just like
Oh my
watching this, and you're just like,
God.
who came up with that
Yeah,
shit?
no.
Seriously. You
The
need to be
scariest movie I've
evaluated.
watched is Scream. Like the
The original Street?
No, the like mock. Wait, no. It's the scary movie. Like the not.
Oh,
sorry,
like the one they make
scary
fun of it.
movie.
Like the
yeah.
original scary movie or like the new
I've never
version?
seen that.
I think the original one. Yeah.
The original scary movie,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
back in the night. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
funny.
Wait,
Yeah.
but it's funny?
It's like a
Was
mockumentary.
that?
Yeah. What's
Ah,
Okay.
fuck, that's full
Don't.
back.
Wait, that was
that
the
out.
scariest movie you ever watched, you said?
It's always scary though. It's like funny. It's like
It's like,
stupid. scary. It's like a
yeah.
what do you call it? Like a
mockumentary?
oh, that's a word.
That was good.
A
Did you come up with
mockumentary.
that?
No, that's a thing.
Oh, I was like Charlotte.
I was gonna say
the
one of those
hell?
ones where it's like it's like a raunchy. It's a raunchy like horror if you want to call it that. It's like
Oh.
making fun of all these like scary movie themes. That's
Yeah.
what scary movie is. Scary movie 1, 2. It's all just like
Yeah.
funny actors like replaying what happened in the actual movie, but making fun of the
Yeah.
characters. Like you know the
It's like
scream,
this-
the
that is
scream
fun,
guy's like
realistic.
highlight. What's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like do the thing. You know what I mean?
Into
Like
the phone.
yeah, the guy who falls down the stairs and
Yeah.
shit. You're just like it's kind of
Aw,
funny. So it's like
yeah.
you're taking
That's
these
the
horror
scariest movie Charlotte's ever watched.
was a mockumentary of
Yeah.
the original
I
Scream.
don't like scary movies.
No,
I get
Charlotte,
scared
we
easy.
believe you.
Okay, thanks.
I believe you. Taylor Swift, overrated or
No.
Crazy.
What?
Great
Wait,
No.
finish your
Ask
question.
us.
Finish your
no,
question.
it'd be overrated or just
Just
appropriately
she's
rated.
underrated.
I
like-
think that Taylor Swift is so misunderstood.
so misunderstood.
Very misunderstood. And I think that honestly, this is a great question to
like-
ask us, Matrix.
if you want
I
to
had
start,
to-
job. No,
I had to
we'll
ask
talk
this
for a
one.
long.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have asked us this actually, because this is a passionate one.
Should
But-
put whiskey in this. Yeah.
Oh, come on. I think that
Butterbeer.
for
Awful.
people that don't like enjoy the tune, say, of how Taylor Swift's
Tune.
music goes, like if that's not the kind of music that is enjoyable to listen to for you, that's fine. That's one thing. But I think that Taylor Swift's message is what needs to be acknowledged and appreciated more, because I think that Charlotte and I have talked about this, and I hope I don't like. I want you to still have things.
No, you're good.
It's like you're on our fucking PR team.
I know.
But I think that she is very like she speaks on behalf of all women, and like very like real female experiences. And I think this is a hard listen, Matrix.
So you're a fan of Travis
Scratching.
Kelce?
Well, I mean, like by association. I don't think I really, honestly, I'm not the biggest football person,
Oh.
but I don't think that I really.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You
That
like
you don't
Jason
ask me
Kelce.
about that. Like I don't know people in football. But I think that Taylor Swift's message and her passion for speaking on behalf of experiences that women have had, I think is very impactful for her fans. And if you don't like her music, fine. But if you disrespect her message and her intent behind her music, I don't like you.
Damn.
I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
I'm so serious.
Matrix is sweating. These lights
Yeah.
are hot.
Yeah, right?
I just think
Wow.
she's so strong. Like I think that she went like same with like Justin Bieber, like got so famous so young. Like that's so unhealthy. And like I don't know. I think she
Went through a lot.
went
like,
through a lot. And like
yeah.
if you watch like her documentaries,
Whoa.
she's really cool. I think she's really cool, and I love her music. And she's
Yeah.
just so like
herself.
she's such like
Yeah.
so fun to
Unapologetically
listen
her-
to.
Yeah.
And there's a song for every single situation in your life.
Yes.
My God.
Like I think both of us
He's
have.
like,
I
shut the
know,
fuck
whatever.
up.
Oh.
You asked us, so
I did.
we're
I was like overrated, underrated. You're like overrated. And all of a sudden,
Overrated. I was
now
like,
we
don't
got the
even
whole,
finish.
the whole
Yeah.
PR team.
Yeah.
What's currently running through your TikTok algorithm? You ever see that shit?
Ooh,
Like, she starts popping up
yeah.
my.
Oh my gosh, wait. I'm trying to think actually, because I feel like I've been mostly on Reels lately.
Yeah, I love Instagram Reels.
Okay, real. What's on the algorithm? What's like popping up on your feed all the time now?
Do you
Like,
first?
Roads to new launch.
Oh yeah,
What?
Makeup.
people wanting to be on this subscription.
Yeah. They're like, please.
Yeah.
Mine is a lot of like bachelorette stuff, like wedding stuff, because my sister's getting married. So I'm like
Oh.
watching
Popping
all
up
the
everywhere
videos.
now?
Yeah, I'm like all the videos of like people getting married. And I feel like it's also like kind of low-key wedding season.
Sorry. Go.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
That's all. And like, but Instagram Reels is more like funny stuff.
I feel like my reels has lately, this has been a hard thing for me because I think I have a hard time like being able to tell when something's being serious and when they're joking. And for me, like AI is a really like scary thing for me recently.
Gabby
because-
can't tell AI.
No, I can't. And the thing is, like, I'll be watching a video and then I'll like the next day, like I'll tell Charlotte, like, I saw this video, Charlotte, like, did you know that this like whatever, some crazy thing that happened? And she's like, Gabby, like, where did you see that? I'm like,
It's AI.
Instagram Reels, like that actually wasn't real. So for me, a lot of my algorithm has been AI stuff. That's like there's a mermaid spotted, or like there's like I
Those
told you
babies
about
that
this.
are dancing. Like,
Oh no, not that. Whatever. No, like dolphins that
Oh my
took
God.
the man under and like made him be able to breathe.
That
I
was a-
told you about that.
that
Remember?
Yeah,
wasn't
I remember
AI
that.
though.
That was fake. But like
That
just
was
like people
a girl on my
making
team was
things up.
actually Emma was
Really?
actually
Dolphins don't
talking.
breathe underwater.
No, they made a human being be able to because dolphins are so smart. It was the thing that like dolphins.
Yeah.
We don't understand dolphin intelligence. Obviously, it's wrong, but like I think I just knew that dolphins are super smart. So I was like, wait, that's maybe real, but it's not real because obviously, like, that's not possible, and that's okay. But that's my algorithm.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's fine. It's not real.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish it was, but okay, it's not.
If animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Ooh,
That's a really good question.
the rudest.
Like the most like stuck up.
Oh.
Pigeons. I don't know.
They wouldn't be rude.
I hate pigeons.
Pigeons are like they probably
Pigeons
are
are
so
annoying.
overlooked. I think that they
Pigeons
feel.
are
They're so
scary.
overlooked.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, like all animals, I think deserve like
Well,
you know what I mean. They
She's
can't
really
help
on the
their
PR
environment.
side, eh?
No, I'm being
she's an
serious.
empath.
She's
I'm an empath.
Yeah, she's like, save the
You're right. No,
turtles.
I agree. Okay, well, it would be the most stuck up. I think kangaroos, Loki.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kangaroos are assholes, actually.
Yes.
Why?
They fight. They like take dogs and like hit them,
Yeah.
and just like for fun. Like they wait. I have one actually. Orcas. I think orcas are really cool. I think you like orcas too.
I do
don't
like
you?
orcas.
Yeah.
I think they're scary as fuck, though.
They're scary.
They're smart.
And I think
And they survive cold temperatures.
yes. So I think the fact that
And
they're
they play
really
with their
really
food.
smart.
Oh, wait, before they eat it. Oh,
That's why.
Yeah, they play
They
with
I
food.
saw
Play
this thing.
games.
So
really.
I was watching this
Love.
ocean
I'm gonna be
documentary, and
sad.
they were playing with a seal.
I'm gonna be sad. Don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't want to watch it. I
know.
don't.
It was. You're not gonna
I
watch it.
know,
I'm
I'm
just telling
joking
you
about it.
listen.
How'd the seal turn out?
Died. They ate it, but so basically they were playing. It died. They were playing with it before they ate it, and it's so
Unalive.
sad.
Aww.
Yeah, right. I know. And because they're so smart, you know how like people who are funny, you have to be really really smart to be funny.
Dude.
Like to be really funny,
Oh.
I think you have to be smart.
Mm.
But
I
like my kind
disagree.
of funny. I like. Okay. Whatever. But I think that people. I'm getting off track, but I think orcas would be really mean if they could talk because they're really smart. So they would like know how to hit you where it hurts. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And they play with their
Intelligent jabs,
food.
and they play
Yeah,
with their
and
food.
yeah, that.
Okay, so kangaroos and orcas.
Yeah.
Kangaroos and orcas.
What do you
Pigeons are
think?
just annoying.
I think what the most rudest animal would be?
hmm
The rudest animal. I honestly think. I had one too. Rudest animal? I don't know why. I'd probably be like a rattlesnake.
Ooh, maybe.
Rattlesnake. I just feel like it was,
Yeah.
just be a dick. And,
Yeah.
and then it just makes noise when it's like it doesn't like
snakes.
you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just shakes
Oh,
its ass.
yeah.
And it's like, get away from me. And it's just like, fuck you. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's like
I
my
feel like
desert.
they'd be unbearable to be around.
Yeah, unbearable.
I think so
hero.
too.
Yeah.
And like the fact that they have
Just because you
venom,
know arms and legs, like,
Yeah.
you know,
A snake
it's not
would
my
be-
fault.
yeah.
like,
I think a
Don't
snake
make it
would be
everyone's
stuck
problem.
up because they have venom.
I
They're
think,
like,
I think it's more
I
just.
can just kill
Yeah.
you. So like, don't make me mad because I'll bite you and then you'll
I feel
die.
like a snake would be. I feel like a rattlesnake would be like the Karen of animals, just because like, it feels like it's everyone else's fault that it can't walk and shit. So it's like
Aw,
it just has to slither
yeah.
around and find a hole and just live there,
Yeah.
and then gets sensitive when everyone's around it.
Oh
like a
wait,
bitch.
yeah, but it's just
Yeah.
projecting.
I know. I think it's
So
projecting.
maybe it's just sad.
Oh, internally
Wow.
battling.
Wow. We really. Yeah. That's.
Good answer, Matrixx.
Thanks. I didn't think too hard about it, but
We did for you.
do any of you have a useless talent? And you
No.
can only pick one.
I can do a headstand.
I can't no fucking handstand. I want to so bad.
Well-
Charlotte can break her neck when she does that.
I actually heard.
All right, we'll wrap up with this. If you had to give any advice to a younger athlete who wanted to play varsity volleyball,
This is
what's
cute.
one piece of advice you each would give? We'll start with Charlotte this time.
Okay. I would say, like, don't count yourself out. I feel like a lot of times, like, this also goes in with the comparison thing. Is like you see other people doing so well, and you're like, okay, well, fuck, I can't do that. I'm not there. I don't have these like resources. Don't count yourself out, I'd say.
Solid.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think my biggest one would be do what makes you happy, in the sense of like maybe play at the level that makes you happy, or choose the path that would fit your personal goals, because everybody is different. And I think that somebody who maybe doesn't want, wait, I'm getting off
You
track.
got this.
I think that I'm trying to think of what I would say to my younger self.
Ooh.
I think I would tell my younger self to pick whatever path would have made me the happiest. I think that that's what I tried to do, was like not put myself in a position where I'm pushing myself past the point, like kind of how you were talking about, not that it's a bad thing, but you're in your career, like you push yourself to the point where you kind of lost your like internal happiness at certain points. I think that if you're not truly enjoying yourself, then you're not going to really get what you want to get out of it when you're like before you've started. So I think that before you start, your goal in life should be to do what is going to make you happy in life.
I think it's more for me on that one was I think I was tying my identity to an outcome versus the actions that led to
Fair.
the
Yeah.
outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I identified as like I had to win this thing, which on any given day you can get sick, you get hurt,
Yeah.
something happens, it's out of your control, someone has to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I think tying to an outcome
Yeah.
is an issue. But
Yeah.
I think,
100%. Yeah, I agree.
you know,
Yeah, no, you're right.
you're tying it back to go, I have to win, I have to be the national champion. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but you
You were
can't
like-
you can't control
Mm-hmm.
shit goes wrong, or it could
Exactly.
be not your day, you get sick, someone else had a better day. Can't control it.
Yeah.
I think it's more just like
Too bad, so sad.
control. Yeah, too bad, too sad. Someone's gonna lose. Just not me.
Yeah.
So
Never Matrixx.
it's not me. So I think it's more just like, for me, it would have been like, okay, well, hang your hat on completing the actions that you had set for the day. Like, do your actions. Just take action on everything you can. The outcomes will take care of themselves. Right? Be action driven instead of outcome driven.
Yeah.
You know, just take action in some regard. If you take those actions repeatedly, they compound. Your chances of doing well simply improve. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed. Your window of failure gets smaller. You can still find it, but less likely to happen.
Yeah.
So I think be action focused instead of outcome driven.
Amen.
That's actually a good way to
Matrixx.
switch the like mindset.
Yeah.
Huge. It's all reframed different ways, right? People say focus on the process. Like, well, what is the process?
Exactly.
Right? Like, we want to win. Yes, that's an outcome, but you
How do you
have
get there?
Yes.
you can win a national final.
Yeah.
Someone has to lose.
Yeah.
And you play that same game 10 times. Could it change?
Definitely.
Very well could.
Yeah.
So you can't tie it to an outcome because that could change. There's just a window of failure based on accuracy.
Yeah.
But doesn't disregard everything that it took to get there. So it's like focus on those things, and the outcome simply leans more in your favor if you do the things
Exactly.
right, well, consistently. They compound. It's like investment banking. You
Yeah.
just put money here, and every month it just compounds. Right?
And the
Doesn't mean-
outcome, yeah,
You lose me at the
100%.
banking.
The outcome, I know. I was like, yeah, smiling and nodding. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanking.
yeah,
Yes.
thanking. Yeah, sure. Right. So it's just focus on that. I think looking back, it was like we were which again, it still worked, but maybe if we
Yeah.
did it a different way and say, hey, like these things will fall how they may, but you can control these things. Just hammer these things every day in some regard,
Yeah.
and then the rest will take care of itself. No one can take that from you.
Yeah.
Versus if you hang your identity on an outcome,
Exactly.
you could easily be let down. You can
Yeah.
get sick, you can get hurt. And then that's where
And then
things
what?
like really spiral, because now you
Yeah.
don't know anything different. Like I was
Exactly.
supposed to be this and now I'm not. Now what? It's like, well,
Mhm.
you hang your hat on a
What you
medal.
did to get there.
Yeah. Versus like, yeah, I should have hanged my hat on the fact that look at my character. And we had this conversation with, who the hell we talked about this too? I don't know if it was like another guy or something like that, but we were talking about like the whole point being is you envision yourself winning, right? Like when you strive to win a national championship, you kind of like think about it, like what it would feel like, what it
Yeah.
looks like. You start to like envision it. And then all of a sudden you start to have this little highlight reel or this montage in your head of what you took to get there.
Mhm.
And no one will say that, but that's true. Like you
Yeah.
think about winning nationals, you think about like what it sounds like, what it feels like, how you're celebrating. Like you know, it's like vision, what do you call it? Vision work, mindset work, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But people like have this vision of what that will feel like and look like and smell like and everything when it happens. And they piece this little highlight reel of them doing everything to get there.
Mhm.
Right. So the whole point being is you can't be the same person from point A to point B. Here's the conversation. So I was like, okay, if I gave you the national championship medal and I waved a magic wand and said everyone in the world would recognize and believe.
We had this conversation.
Boom, there you go. So it goes back to that.
Another guy.
Yeah, another guy.
I literally can't remember. But the whole
Charlotte's too
point,
buff to know.
the point being is like, it's not just the title or the medal, right? It's you expect to be a different person. Like this, you think this will change you into a different person, but the reality is you have to change to be a different person to achieve it.
Yeah.
You can't just say like, when I get this, it'll be different. It's like, no, you have to be different to get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Deep. That was deep.
Right?
Good job,
That,
Matrixx.
Clicking it.
Click it.
Clicking it.
Locking
Click
it.
that.
Lock. Key. There you
Throw
go.
away the key. Yeah. It's gone.
Yo, you guys crushed that. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Do you think that we did good?
The audience will dictate that. Guys, thanks for tuning in. As I said in the beginning,
I don't understand.
Like and subscribe.
make sure you like and
Smash that
subscribe.
like button.
Smash the like. Yes. Please follow.
please like us.
Please follow, subscribe, like, and share.
He won't let us
on
back
Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or whatever your platform of choice is. And you can follow these ladies on Instagram or TikTok.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
TikTok.
Instagram. Yeah.
There you go. Hit them up.
Pretty
Wish them
cool.
well for the
TikTok.
season.
Oh.
All that fun stuff. This has just been another episode of the Performance Matters podcast. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time, I'm sure.
Bye.